Hi, Clay of Vensire Studios. In this video, we're going to be highlighting the restore of your Windows 10 operating system using the software Macrium Reflect. So let's get this started. Before we get started, I just want to go over the previous video, which you can find linked up here, and that is the actual installation of Macrium Reflect and how to use it to back up your Windows operating system, and also how to create the bootable USB stick you're going to be needing for this tutorial. And as always, any of the software required for this will be linked in the description below. So let's get this going. Alright, so you made the backup of your Windows operating system, and eventually something fails, something gets corrupted, the drive just becomes inoperable, and you have to restore it. It's a really good thing you made that Macrium Reflect to back up a USB stick, because now you can actually load into it and restore Windows. In order to do this, you're going to have to access the boot menu with either a hotkey or going into the BIOS and changing it so that the USB memory stick boots first. Consult your actual motherboard manufacturing manual to figure out how to get this done, if you do not know how to do it. Once you have that done, go ahead and get inside the actual USB memory stick by selecting it, and you are going to be greeted with this main menu. Now, it looks pretty familiar. It definitely looks kind of like the actual one from Macrium Reflect itself, but it is on the restore page, and this is of course what you wish to do. Normally, it'll actually show you the actual backup of Macrium itself that you have made. If it doesn't, make sure to click on to find the actual restore image itself on the drive. With that actually set up, go ahead and click restore image. Once you got that clicked on up, it's going to be showing the actual backup partitions themselves and hopefully the drive that you wish to restore to. If not, go ahead and select the proper drive and continue on from there. If this is a brand new drive, it's pretty self-explanatory in what to do. You're just going to click each of the different partitions and drag them on down to restore them. And click next. If this is an actual drive that has Windows already installed, you can actually just do the same thing. Just click down and just restore each of the actual images. There are several options that you can choose from. One is, if it's a corrupt system or something, you can go ahead and have it delete those partitions first. I actually do kind of recommend this, so you just click on each of the partitions and tell it to delete existing partition. Once that is done, again, you just click and actually drag it down. But either or, whichever way you wish to do it, once you get the clicking and dragging down done, go ahead and click next. You do not have to do the advanced options if you do not wish to, and then you can click finish and it'll go on through, or you can go to the advanced options and check each of the settings in there. One of them is actually to verify the backup to make sure everything should restore perfectly fine. If you've never done this before, I would recommend go ahead and do it and just check it, and then you can continue on from there. But there are several other options, including trim, which is, if it is a solid state drive, should restore faster. And the other tab is the Delta Restore, which it'll go through each of the different partitions on there and see what is different and make sure to make the changes to it so that it is actually just restored to back to what the restore was. I've never done Delta Restore personally, but if it works and does it a little faster for you and actually gets everything up and running, then congratulations, just whatever works, that's great. But either or, once that is done, click OK, and then click finish and let the restore go on through. Once that is finished going through, you reboot the system itself by clicking the arrow on the X on the top right corner. Then the system will reboot and continue on to Windows unless you changed the boot order in your BIOS, in which case you'll have to go back into the BIOS and change it back and tell it to save settings, and then it'll boot from the proper Windows device boot manager itself. But either or, once that boots up, as long as everything works, congratulations, you did a full system restore with Macrium Reflect. This pretty much concludes this video. In the next video, we're going to be going over how to back up important system files and personal files and folders themselves. So stay tuned for that. That'll be the third part of how to back up and restore things on the system itself. This will give you the final peace of mind for any files that you want backed up other than doing an entire partition or an entire hard drive to hard drive backup. So, if you like this video, hit that like button. If you didn't, you know what to do. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, leave them in the comment section below. And if you liked what you saw here, hit that subscribe button, and I hope you come back for more. Have a good day.